Hello everybody, just got in from running the trap line this morning. Before I started to put everything up for the evening, I wanted to do a quick video and talk about knives. So you can see I got this group of knives here and several different fleshing knives. I'm getting a lot of questions about how did the beaver go from catching them to, let me turn the camera around here, to getting them dried, hung up on the hoop, drying, and that gives them a temporary, preserves them until I can get them to my buyer. As long as these stay out of the humidity, wintertime they're fine, just out in the open. Summertime rolls around, as long as you keep bugs out of them and out of the humidity, you'll be fine. But guys, I want to talk fleshing knives more specifically. And I've got 4 different styles right here. This is a homemade fleshing knife that I used for years. This is a knife that I learned to process fur with, and I learned to make it work, and I didn't know any better. But and I was cheap. Didn't want to spend money on another knife because this one was working for me. Never use this one anymore. I'll loan it out every once in a while to a new trapper that's interested and getting trapping, to let them possibly learn with it. Guys, and then I went to this Necker style. This is a Necker 600. Like this knife. Used it for a few years, and then around that same time I met a buddy of mine, Cal, with Muskrat Man Knives. Before meeting Cal, there was no way you would get me to spend money on a custom made knife. Just didn't make any sense to me. I could go out and buy cheap knives, accomplish what I needed to accomplish with those cheap knives, and I wasn't going to spend the money on something custom made. But getting to know Cal, like I said, Cal's a friend. I wanted to support Cal, so I started buying some of his knives. I actually had a couple of these knives given to me as well, just from other tribe members. But you can see here behind me, this is a custom made fleshing knife that Cal make for me. He's got this custom leather sheath for it. And guys, this is my go-to knife. If I'm fleshing something, I got it last spring, and I fleshed hundreds and hundreds of hides with it now, and this is my go-to. This is the one I grab if I'm putting something on it. Also got this caribou back here. I like the caribou for certain situations. I might grab it because it's got quite a bit of flex to it, where none of these other knives have the flex that the caribou has. Some guys like that, some don't. With me learning with this hard, rigid, stubborn thing right here, I don't care much for a flex in it. But every once in a while, that flex would be nice to have. So just some different brands. All of them, you know, do a well job of keeping it sharp. Sometimes this round grip on this Necker gets slick when you get that coon grease, or you get that grease on your hand. Sometimes you have to slip up here onto this knuckle to get a good grip. So that's something I don't necessarily care about the Necker, but it does fine. But if I'm grabbing a knife to flesh, this is the one I'm grabbing. Just show you a couple of his other knives here, guys. This is a meat trapper skinning knife that Cal makes. custom made, holds a heck of an edge. Great knife. I've used it to skin a lot of beaver, but the number of beaver that I put up, I do prefer the bigger knife, curved blade. And that may be something I talk to Cal about in the future, maybe making me something custom made like this. Because these knives hold an edge, guys. Hold up well. Another quick knife I absolutely love. It's a custom made knife by Cal. And I've bought a couple of these now. I've given a couple as gifts. It's this neck knife. I use it when I'm deer hunting. I didn't know what I would think about this neck lanyard, you know, carrying that thing around my neck. I wasn't sure what I thought about that. Now that I've had it a couple of seasons, I put up, I'm gonna say 20 plus deer with this knife. This is what I'm grabbing, because when you got that deer hanging, you're working it, sometimes you need both hands. You can just slide it right in there. You got both hands open. When you need that knife, it's right here. Easy access to grab and go. I like the small design because a lot of times I'll cut those joints out. I can choke up on this knife. I can get up there in those small and tight areas and process that animal and get into those small areas that I need to with this knife. Absolutely love it. Another knife, this was a gift from Alaska. A good friend in Alaska sent this to me. It's a Pelton knife. It's got the triangle edge on it. Again, it's got the beaver skinner handle design on it, same as this knife here. That is an awesome grip when you're hanging on to that knife. And I use this knife quite often as well whenever I'm out here pelting those animals, making that opening cut especially. That triangle design is perfect for getting it under there, pushing up through that opening cut. And then it's got a nice case for it as well. And it's also a neck knife. If you're skinning animals, you want to carry it around your neck here, you can do that when you're out in the field. You don't have a table or processing facility. I don't keep these knives much unless I'm transporting them. I don't use the cases. I just keep them over here off to the side. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to touch base with you on these knives. Like I said, 5-10 years ago, you never would have get me to spend money on a custom made knife. But these are things they're awesome. I mean, now that I'm buying them, they're my go-to knife. They're the ones that I grab when I do most of my work out here, are those custom made knives. If you guys are interested in any of them, got any questions, feel free to message me. Guys, you can get on the internet and find Cal at muskratmanknives.com. Cal's got a web page. He's got a lot of designs there. He's got an email where you can get a hold of him. I'm going to attach to some, you guys have probably already seen it, but I'm going to put some video that he sent to me when he was forging this knife, making it. I'm going to add that to this video. But guys, I can't say enough good about how well a job and how well these knives have held up over the years, and how well they still hold a good edge, and just no complaints at all about any of them. Guys, just keeping an edge on this thing is simple. I mean, just take a steel, your sharp side, just every 3 or 4 beavers, I'll come in here and I'll just take that steel, I'll run it down that edge just to knock those burrs and little nicks that get in it. Come to the back side, make just a couple of passes on that back side, and that just smooths that edge off. And that's really all it takes to keep this blade sharp. Every once in a while, let me turn the camera around here, move it for you guys. Every once in a while, you want something just a little bit more abrasive to knock that edge down. Let me stand you guys up here. I'll show you how I sharpen my fleshing knives. Guys, I'll just use a rock, whatever. I'll put it here up against this table corner so that it won't move whenever I'm putting pressure on it. And all I got to do is come in here on the sharp side of this knife, and I'll hold it at the angle that I'll need, and just 2 or 3 passes on that stone. Same thing here, go back the opposite direction, 2 or 3 passes. You need to do a little more, but it doesn't take long at all to get that edge back. And then I'll flip it around on this back side. I'll run it flat on it just to knock any burrs down that I got on it. Like that there. I can kind of feel them as I run that across there. And that's it, guys. That knife's sharp, ready to fletch a bunch of beaver. We'll hit it with a steel as we go along, and I'll keep that edge perfect. All right, guys. So I want to highlight this fleshing knife from Cal. So I've got this beaver on the beam here, and we're going to do a little bit of fleshing. My fleshing beam is really loud, squeaky. You guys aren't going to want to hear that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to mute the sound. I'm not going to talk through it. I'm just going to mute the sound, put a little music on here. This is a mature old female beaver, a big one. So she's going to be tough on the jaws and the tail. What I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to turn the music, cut the sound down, turn the music on. I'm going to work through both these jaws up here. I'm going to work through the tail area, let you guys see how this knife performs. guys, you can see that thing. I mean, this is, I don't keep count, but I mean, I've put up hundreds and hundreds of beavers since I had this knife. Thing holds an edge. The weight on it's about perfect. When I first got it, I thought it felt a little bit on the heavy side, but it works great for balance whenever you're putting these animals up. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna add some more of Cal finish in this knife, this exact knife, when he was putting it together for me, and we'll see you guys next video.